Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about my stash that I used this past week, and then we're going to be reshopping my stash. So I'm going to get into this talking about all the products and let you guys know whether or not these items will be staying in my collection or I'm going to be decluttering them. So the first one I want to start with is this right here. This is the Becca. This is called the, I think it's the Backlight, yes. The Backlight priming filter. This works really well for me because my skin always looks almost a little bit dehydrated, so it does a good job of giving my skin that glow. I like mixing this with my foundation and putting it under my foundation. I've never actually tried like putting it on top. I don't think you can, but it works really well for mixing it in and for putting it like underneath. So I really do love this. It does give my skin a nice luminosity to it. This is a really big size bottle though, so I probably, if I ever did purchase these again, I wouldn't purchase these big bottles because they last forever and I'm afraid that it's going to expire before I can finish it up. So it's nice, but will I repurchase it? Absolutely not. Not in that size anyway. The next thing is the Besame. This is the, what is this called? The Brightening Violet Powder. So they come in little cute little boxes like this. I think the boxes are adorable. I think Besame's product, their packaging all together is just really cute. It's like very nostalgic looking in my opinion. It reminds me of something like my grandmother would have had sitting on her vanity or something. I love these because this one here is translucent, so you can put this underneath your eyes and it doesn't like show up as purple or anything, so don't worry. If you're using this, it's not going to show up purple in your skin. It just brightens it, so it gives your skin that brightening effect. It does have a little spot here you can lift. So it makes it easy when you're getting the powder out so you can dip your brush in, or if you're like me, I like to just not throw it on the floor, but put it on my fingers. So usually what I'll do is like do it like that and then put a little bit on my fingers and then rub that underneath my eyeball. I like underneath my eyeball. That sounded strange. Underneath my eye, and it works really well. It does settle into my fine lines a little bit, but nothing extreme, so I like this. It's really good. It does have a little bit of a vanilla-y scent, so if you like things that smell like vanilla and you like these brightening type of powders, I think you would enjoy this one. The next thing is something that I thought for sure I was going to love. This is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. Everybody talks about the Park Avenue Princess. I thought I had this, like the little small one, but I'm not sure. I can't find it. But this is like a whole complete palette. So you get lots of different colors of bronzer in here. You get a little bit of highlights in here as well. The bronzers work well, but my problem with these, I feel like they are a little bit orange on my skin. They almost pull looking yellow. Am I the only person that has the issue with this? I don't know if it's just my skin tone right now in the winter or what's going on, but I feel like they do work well, but they just don't look like a good color for me right now. So I'm going to hold off and continue, I'll hold on to them and try them out again a little bit more in the summertime when maybe I have a little bit more of a tan. So I'm hoping they work better at that point, but right now they're just not working the best for me as for color. So I do like it. I think the packaging is really pretty. Tarte does a great job with their packaging and everything, but I don't know. I'm a little confused by the coloring in this. The next thing is the Lime Crime Venus XL palette. This is the #2 palette. I love this palette. This palette is really, really good. The only thing that I feel like is a little bit of a flaw in this palette is Ivy and Myth. I feel like they're so close to like the way that the shades look that they just don't really need to have two of them in there, to be honest with you. But this one here is more like sparkly, like on your eyes. And this one's a little bit more matte. So they do have a little bit of a difference, but the color is exactly the same once you put them on your eyes. I just think that it's a little bit funny to have two colors in the palette that are pretty much the exact same thing. I hate when companies do that. They put a bunch of different colors and then they give you some colors that are the exact same. I'm like, why would you do that? There's so many colors out there available that you could use. Why would you do two of the same in a palette this is not even that huge. So they could have chosen other colors in my opinion. But this palette does work really well. I love Crown. Crown is beautiful. I love In Bloom in my crease. It works really well in my crease. Sage is gorgeous. Ripe is gorgeous. I really like this Locust shade right here. I think this palette is just absolutely gorgeous. It looks like a beautiful spring palette. Radiant is also beautiful. It's just a really nice palette, honestly. I am so happy I have it. I know not everybody loves Venus or Lime Crime, but I really do enjoy it. And like I told you guys, I think maybe in the previous video, I would never purchase from their website specifically, but I will purchase from Ulta. So whenever I want anything that's Lime Crime, that's where I purchase from. But it's good. So if you guys are interested in it, I would definitely check it out because Ulta does have it. So if you get a coupon or something, I always try to wait until I get coupons or some points saved up and then purchase things from Ulta, just because it works out better that way in my opinion. So the next thing is this Morphe Foundation. So this is like a big thing on YouTube right now. Everybody's talking about this foundation. Everybody has strong feelings one way or the other. For me, I kind of lay right in the middle. I don't hate the foundation because I think it is very full coverage. But because it's full coverage and I do have dry skin, I feel like it's not great for dry skin. I don't think it's made for dry skin, so it's not the foundation's fault. So I'm not faulting the foundation. So if you're going to use this and you have dry skin, make sure you prep your skin extremely well. So make sure you're very hydrated before you use it, and use a very, very small amount. You do not need a lot of this whatsoever. So this foundation is very, very good as far as coverage, but it's not very good as far as the way that it makes your skin look. It looks a little bit dry, a little bit cakey. So just make sure that you're hydrated. If you do a good job of hydrating your skin, I think it's going to look really, really good. I know I've seen some videos saying that it's not good for oily skin, which I'm not sure how it wouldn't be good for oily skin, because like I said, you need to be pretty hydrated for this. So I'm confused why people are saying that it's not good for oily skin. So I don't have oily skin, so I can't tell you. But for me, with my dry skin, I do enjoy it, but like I said, use a very small amount and make sure your skin is prepped. Now we're moving on to these things. These were a major fail for the week. These are all these little Naked Princess little lip products. I wanted to love these so much because, first of all, I think the packaging is really pretty. I love the packaging to it. I like that how when you open these, they have like a little locking mechanism. I don't know if you can tell it or not, but it has like a little locking mechanism that helps to make sure that it's closed up properly. The problem with these is that they all break. Every single one of these I tried, you use the lip product and the entire tip comes off. The entire, what is that called? The doe foot applicator. The applicator comes completely off. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this then? They smell really good. They have like a light vanilla scent to them. They look really nice on the lips. They have a little bit of pigmentation, but not like overly amount of pigmentation. They just look really beautiful. They're not sticky. It's a really good formulation, but I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these with all these broken? Every single one of these, when I try them out, the wand is so flimsy, they end up breaking off. Like that one's broken. I'm like, what in the world? This is so ridiculous. I've never seen a product where every single wand just keeps breaking off. This one here, I don't think the red one broke off because I didn't play with it. But look, there's what it's supposed to look like. But as soon as you start applying it to your lips, the wand just pops right off. So it's like, no. I don't know what in the world they need to do, but they need to do something about their applicators, because their applicators are complete crap in my opinion. So these I'm going to be getting rid of out of my collection unless you guys have a suggestion on how I can still use these with the applicator being like that, because I really do like them. I really like the formula and everything. I think I'm going to let the company know. I'm going to write them and let them know, look, you guys need to look into your applicators because your applicators suck. So that's my opinion on those. They will be leaving unless I can figure out a way to use those. The next thing is the Glam Glow. This is the GlowStarter. So this is a little moisturizer. So it's a mega illuminating. I sound like I'm saying Illuminati. The illuminating moisturizer. So this smells absolutely amazing. If you guys remember like the Fred Flintstone like era, when they had like the push-up little ice creams, that's what it smells like. So it smells like orange creamsicles. It's delicious. It does give your skin a nice boost of hydration, but if you're using the Morphe Foundation, this is not enough. Not enough. So this is not enough for dry skin in my opinion, so I really didn't get to use it a lot this week because I figured out pretty quickly on that it didn't work well with my Morphe Foundation. So it does work with a lot of my other foundations, but just not with that one. The next thing is, I pulled this not realizing I already had a concealer, so I didn't use this. I'm going to be putting this back into my stash just to shop again. This is the Kokie. This is the Be Bright Illuminating Concealer. This is a really good concealer, I do know that, but I'm going to be putting it back into my stash because I didn't use it, because after I pulled this, then I didn't realize I had already pulled the Morphe new foundation. This is their, what's this called? I have a little box here. This is their Fluidity. I can't even say that word. Fluidity Full Coverage Concealer. I disagree. I don't think this is full coverage. The foundation is full coverage, but this, however, is not full coverage. This is quite drying as well, like the foundation. So again, you're going to have to make sure you're moisturized, especially if you're using this under your eyes. It works really well, but again, moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. I can't stress that enough when you're using either of these products from Morphe. I feel like they work really well, but again, they just need some moisture. So for me, with the Morphe concealer, because it's not full coverage, it works fine for me. But if you were hoping it was full coverage, it's not. So don't get your hopes up on this. I feel like my Urban Decay, the All-Nighter works. Is it the All-Nighter? I don't remember what it's called. The Urban Decay, my Urban Decay concealer that I use all the time works way better than this. And I know there's a price difference, but this one just doesn't work as well. Then we have two liners that I used this week. We have the Urban Decay. This is the Jean Michael Biscuit. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's the Vivid shade. It's gorgeous. This has a nice lasting power. I love these pencils from Urban Decay. I think they're beautiful. I love bright pencils because I think that's a great way if you want to do like a more natural eye. You can add this into your waterline and everything, and it pops that color, and it just makes your eye look so different. So I love this one. Then we have this one here, and this is by PurMinerals. This one works really well too. This one has like a little applicator on the end so that you can kind of smudge it out if you want to. This one worked really well for me because it's like a brightening one. So if you want to brighten your eyes, you can put this into the waterline and it will do a great job of brightening. I love the way this works. Definitely holding on to that. Then we have the Essence I Heart Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Base. This is a little drying on my eyes, I've noticed. It's not as creamy and is what I would like for my eyelids, because my eyelids, like again, everything else on my skin is dry. So I don't think this is good for my skin, so I'm going to be passing this along because it's not something that I feel like works good for my skin. So that one's getting decluttered. The next thing is this right here. This is the Julep. This is the Length Matters mascara. I really do like this mascara. I think the wand is really good because it's nice and small and I don't have to worry about getting it into my eyes too much. But I've noticed I think this one's drying out, so this is a really good mascara, but I think this one's kind of hit its life expectancy, so it's done. Then we have this right here. Of course, I always pull this if I find a palette that doesn't have a shade to set down for my eyelids. This is the Wet n Wild. This is the Creme Brulee. I'm sure you've seen this all over YouTube, and you probably actually own this. It's just a little single shadow. I love the shadow for like palettes like I use this week where it doesn't have a shade to set down. This works really well in my opinion, so definitely holding on to that. Then we have the Cella. This is the Cella, what is this called? Tantalizing Taupe eyebrow color. So basically this is a small eyebrow pencil and it's got the teeny tiny little tip to it. It works really well for me. I know some people said that they have gotten them and they were dried out. Mine was not dried out, thankfully, so I really do like these. I think they work really well. The only thing that I don't like about this one is I feel like it should have a spoolie. If it had a spoolie, it would be much better. But because it doesn't have a spoolie, it's not one that I personally would travel with because I like ones that have everything all in one. So I don't have to take those extra tools, but it's good. It's really, really good. Then we have the Erase Paste by Benefit. I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't even use this week. I forgot all about it. I was using everything else that I didn't even use this. So I'm going to put this back into my stash and we'll use that for this week. We'll go ahead and pull my little cart over here. We're going to reshop that and put that in my stash. That along with the Kokie. We'll go ahead and use the Kokie this week as well. So both of those are in my stash to be used this week so far. And then these are the ones that always stay in my basket. So we have the remainders, which is this is the Becca, the Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. I love the setting powder. This is the only setting powder that I use under my eyes that I feel like doesn't make me look older than I am. So I love that. It's always in here just in case. And then I have my Elemis. This is the Pro Collagen Marine Cream. This works really, really well. I'm almost out of it, but it does a great job of hydrating my skin. The other thing is this right here. This is the Dr. Jart Cicapair. This is the Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treatment. Basically what this does is if you have any sort of redness on your skin, it will get rid of it, and then when you put your foundation on, you don't need to use as much. And I feel like this just, you can use this alone honestly and get by with not putting any makeup on. Just put some of this on your skin and it tones down the redness big time. So I love that. Then we have another fail. So this right here, this is the Smashbox. This is the Centering Citrus Primer Water. I hate the smell of this. It smells absolutely horrendous. I don't know how to describe the smell to it. It just smells like clay or something. I don't even know. Let me see if I can get a whiff of it. So nope, I can't even open the lid. I don't know. It just smells terrible. I have no idea what they did when they made this, but it smells absolutely horrendous. I'm like, why would you make it smell so gross? I mean, when you put a primer water on your skin, make it either unscented or make it like rose water or something like that. Not where it smells like clay, like you're outside playing in some clay dirt or something. It's gross. I don't like this. Then we have my Z palette. This is my Makeup Forever Z palette. And to be honest with you, I was supposed to, I can't even open it. I was supposed to try to go through this and figure out if I can get rid of one so that I could find a place for this one right here because it's kind of like floating around on top of everything else. But I don't know what I want to get rid of because I really like everything in here. So I think what I'm going to have to do is pull all these smaller ones out and put them in a separate one, and then I'll be able to fit this in here. But I really love this because it's got highlighters, it's got some blushes, it's got a really nice bronzer right here. This is beautiful. Like everything in here, like this one's an Anastasia. I think these three here are actually Anastasia. Then we have Wet n Wild here, and then I think we have some, what are these? Ofra. So we have Ofra shadows or Ofra highlighters. Then over here we have some Makeup Geek products. I just love this palette because it's like a really happy palette. It's like a mix of all the things that I really love. So I'm definitely holding on to this palette, and I think what I said I'm going to do is just move the small ones out, and that way there everything else will fit. So we are done with that for the week. So that is everything, and like I said, I will be getting rid of, these will be the ones that go this week. So all of this is getting decluttered from my collection. So all of those will be gone, which makes me happy because I did do some decluttering, but these make me actually really sad that they're going because I really like them. I just wish that I could figure out what to do with those applicators. All right, so now we're gonna move on to shopping my stash. So we're gonna move over to the foundation drawer. Oops, I'm kicking my boxes. All right, so into the foundation drawer here we have, let's see, what do I want to use this week? This week is for Valentine's, so I'm thinking I want to use something that I know that I love, that when I go on our little Valentine's date, that I know that my skin's going to look good. So for me, my favorite one out of all these, let me see if you guys can guess. I'll give you 2 seconds. 1 1000, 2 1000. Got it? Here it is. It's the Too Faced Born This Way. I love this foundation. It works so well for me. It looks amazing on my skin. I know not everybody loves this foundation, but for me it just works absolutely amazing. I'm afraid this is too deep though, so what I might have to do is pull something. Here we go. We'll use this as well. So we'll use my NYX Pro Foundation Mixer just in case this is too dark right now, because I feel like this is a natural beige. My skin is pretty light right now, and I don't think this is going to work for skin tone, so I'm going to use my Pro Foundation Mixer to use with it. That way there, hopefully that'll help. Let's cross our fingers anyway. So let's throw them in the basket. All right, so now we need to go to palettes. I don't remember what we're on. L, M, I think M, we're going to M this week, right? So M, is this M? Yeah, this is the M drawer. All right, so here is the M drawer. Let me see. What do we want to use out of here? I don't even know, to be honest with you. I'm looking around. Let me see. Morphe. This looks Valentine's-y. This is the Morphe About Last Night. That sounds kind of Valentine's-y. So this is the 9N About Last Night palette. I'm going to pull this. This is something I don't think I've even played with yet, so it would be a good time to play with it. Hopefully it works really well for me. Let's open it up out of the box. Here we go. And there's what it looks like. Ooh, those colors are really pretty. Ooh, I like that orange. That orange is gorgeous. Okay, yeah, I think I could play with that and make some really cool looks with that this week. So that is what I'm going to use. And like I said, the box, in my opinion, the black and the red makes it look very Valentine's-y anyway. And then it says About Last Night, and that's kind of like, you know, a little Valentine's-y. So we'll drop that down into the basket. And then we'll take our basket on over to here. And then we're going to go into primer. So if I'm using my Too Faced, I know that works really well for me, but I do know that I still want to make sure my skin's nice and hydrated. So what is this? I don't think I've used this for a while. This is the Volition Beauty. This is the Prismatic Luminizing Shield. It has SPF 50 in it. I don't know that I need an SPF like that high right now, but I don't think I've tried this for a long time, or maybe I've never tried it at all. I'm going to pull this. We're going to use this week, so that's going to go in the basket. Blush palettes. So are we going to pull a palette or should we pull some singles? I don't know what I want to pull. What's this? This is the NARS. I don't know what I want to pull, to be honest with you. Let me think. I know what I want to pull. I want to pull this one right down here. I want to pull this. This is the Too Faced Natural Face. This is the Highlight Blush and Bronzing Veil. So this has got everything all in one. So since it will be date night, so I can spend more time doing my makeup instead of worrying about switching back and forth on palettes, I want to use this palette because it's got all kinds of stuff in here that will make it nice and easy to kind of incorporate everything all together really easily. I know somebody had mentioned they don't like that I do things one-handed, but when you're filming and you're doing it by yourself, it's kind of hard to have somebody else like just open your packages for you or hold the camera. So I'm going to set you down for 1 second. You can sit here and look at the lip products. Maybe. There you go. Alright, so here it is. I got it open. Alright, so here's what it looks like. That's what the colors look like in here. I think that looks like beautiful colors for the for Valentine's. So that's beautiful. I can't wait to use this. That bronzer looks really pretty. That highlight looks really pretty. So we're done with all those. We have pulled our entire face pretty much there. So I'm going to put these in the basket as well. Whoops, get in there. Oh my gosh, I'm making a mess. I always wonder why my beauty room ends up looking like a disaster, and then I can figure it out real quickly when I start opening things up. Alright, lipstick. So I want to go for something bright. You know what? Let's use this. Because first of all, this is a red that I know would stick on my lips. So I'm going to use this red and this red. First of all, those are the two reds I want to pull out because I want to see if I want to use a red lip. So they're going to go into the basket. And then I'm going to pull one of my favorites. Actually, it's not here. It's over in the other area. So let's move it on over. Move it on up. Okay. So here we go. This is what I want to look at here. I want to look at... It's my new Charlotte Tilbury lip color. Let me see if I can find it here. I'm probably passing it like 16 times. Is that it right here? Yep, that's it. And this is in the shade Bond Girl. So this is what I want to use for this week. Because I know this is a color that I love and it looks really nice on the lips. So that's what I want to use for my lips this week. I think it's a really beautiful color. And it's not too crazy. And then if I want to go super crazy, I could actually use my Kat Von D pink if I wanted to. We'll pull that just in case. Just in case. So we've got all of these little lip products here. And we'll throw those in the basket. So we've got 4 to choose from. We've got 2 reds and 1 pink and 1 more of a nudie type of shade. Now we're going to go up here. I've got my laptop sitting here. I'm trying to edit. And then move my notebook over. I've got a mess in here. Alright, so now I'm going to go into my powders. So since I've tried the other powders, so we'll try this one this week maybe. I'm afraid to try something like that because I'm not sure if it's going to work. And like I said, it is, you know, date night. So let's use this Laura Mercier because it's something I know that works. So this is my Laura Mercier. This is the loose setting powder. So this is the translucent one. I'm going to use that because I know it works for a fact. So we'll use that. We'll use that for sure. Alright, now as for eye primers and correctors. So somebody had mentioned that Lemonade and Boing works really good for correcting your eyes. So I'm going to pull both of these. Actually, I'll pull these too. We'll use these for eye correcting and as for lid primers. I think they might work. So we're going to use those because they're nice and small and they'll be easy to use. And since I'm already using the Benefit Erase Paste in the other one, we'll just have this eye bright here too. So we have some extra things. And then concealer. So in the concealer drawer, I have a new concealer I want to try out. This is my Urban Decay. This is the All Nighter. This is in Light Natural. I don't know if I'm going to like this or not. I know I tried it out quickly, but it seems quite drying. So I'm going to pull my Naked Skin as well, just in case, because like I said, I don't want to have a horrendous look on my skin when date night. Hello. Alright, so those two are getting pulled. And then we're going to go up to mascara. So we're going to go into a tried and true, which is this one right here. Whoops, where are you going? Get over here. So we're going to use the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I love this mascara. It works really, really well for me. It gives me length. It gives me volume. I just love the way this looks on my lashes. So that's what I'm going to use. Then we're going to go into ink liners. I want to pull this one because I haven't used this in a long time. I think I have the little tool in here. Yep. So this is the, I'll put it down here. So this is the Tarte, Hardiest clay paint liner, and it comes with a little brush as well, so you're able to put it together. So I'm going to try this one out this week because I know it works really well for me. I just need to practice with it a little bit, so we'll use that one. Alright, now we need to move into liners. I'm not going to pull a liner, but I am going to pull one of these Urban Decay things. I think, actually, you know what? Nope, we're not going to do that. We're going to go down and we're going to pull some of our Stilas because I'm afraid they're starting to dry out. So probably should start using those. And then in here, I want to go for something again that I know works for a fact. So first we're going to grab the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then we're going to grab, where is it? Here we go, NYX. We use the NYX. This is the NYX, this is the, what is it called? This is the Micro Brow Pencil. Whoops, hopefully you could see that. This is the NYX Micro Brow, so I'm going to use the NYX Micro Brow, and this is in taupe, along with my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, so both of those are going to get utilized this week. So we'll put that down in here. Oh my gosh, everything's falling out of the basket now. Get in there. Stay in there. Alright, so back down to here to the eyeshadows. So I'm going to look over here and pull one of these. These are all of my Stila ones. I have them upside down. Hopefully that doesn't mess them up. I've noticed they're starting to dry out, which is very unfortunate. But the reason why I have them upside down is so I can read them. So we have Enchantress, we have Bronze Belle, we have Violet Vixen, we have Kitten Karma, we have Rose Gold Retro, we have Diamond Dust, Ballet Baby, So Serene, Freedom, Gold Goddess, what is that, Patina, and something Midnight, Molten Midnight. So I have plenty here to choose from. I'm just going to try to figure out which one I want to use. I want to use something that's very purpley or pinky. So this one here looks purpley or pinky. This is Ballet Baby. So this is a beautiful color. So I want to use this shade right here this week for my eyes. It'll be a great one to use for date night, like I said. So that's the one I want to use out of that. So I'm going to throw that up into the basket here. And like I said, I want to start utilizing those anyway, because just in case I know they're starting to dry out a little bit. So our basket is full. We have a complete basket for this week. I am super excited to try all these items out. There's nothing really new in here. Yo, the Morphe. That's a lie. I am trying the new Morphe palette in here. So that's new. What else is new? Is there anything else new? Oh, the foundation. I mean, not the foundation, but the concealer. And the primer, the Volition primer. So there are some new things in here I'll be testing out as well. But I do have some videos planned for this week. That'll be a lot of new things that I'm testing out. So hopefully I can get those finished as well as playing with these. So I have some high goals for this week. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's shop with me, shop my stash. Let me know, are you shopping your stash as well? I know for me, this is helping me to see, like I said, products that I feel like are really good and products that I feel like just need to get out of my collection. There are, like I said, some that I feel like have lived their expectancy and some that I feel like are just not that good. So let me know, are you enjoying shopping your stash? Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.